Hi, good morning. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name's Emily, and today I'm just going to take you through a nice little wake up, energizing morning sequence. So get yourself comfortable, come down to the ground and find a seated position. If you're comfortable with Sukhasana, easy pose with the legs crossed, we'll begin there. If not, you can sit up on a cushion if that's going to make it a little bit nicer on the hips, or you can just stretch the legs out if that works a bit better for you. As you come to sit, try and lift up and straighten the back. Just let the hands rest with the palms facing up on the knees or in the lap. Take a long breath in and then exhale slowly, closing the eyes. We'll begin by simply noticing the breath. Breathing in and out through the nose as much as possible. Sometimes when we first wake up, the breath can feel a bit short and shallow, so as you bring your attention to your breathing, you might find it begins to lengthen. That the breath gets a little bit deeper. Let your forehead soften and let your jaw soften. Shoulders relax. Just observing the breath. As we move through this practice this morning, I'll keep reminding you to shift your focus back to the breath. But any time that you notice something else has come into your mind and distracted you, taken your focus somewhere else, just come back to noticing the inhalation and the exhalation. By doing this, we're bringing our mind, bringing our attention into the present moment so that we can move mindfully, be aware of how our bodies are feeling, and stay focused throughout. Now bring the palms together in front of the heart in this prayer-like position that we call Anjali Mudra. Take another long breath in through the nose, this time releasing out through the mouth. One more. Then open your eyes. Let your breath be nice and easy again. And just lift up a little bit taller. You might find that you've started to sink down a little bit. Let's get moving. Interlace the fingers, press the palms forwards. Nice big stretch for the wrists. You can lean forwards with it too. And then take the hands up to the sky. Stretching out the shoulders, opening the chest. Breathe here. So we mostly want to be breathing through the nose, in and out through the nose during our yoga practice. It just helps us to slow the breath down and to focus. But anytime that it feels good or that you want to release some heat or stress from the body, you can just exhale through the mouth. Okay, another breath in here, reaching up a little higher. And then as you exhale, release the hands, take a slow stretch out of the arms. And bring the hands down. I'm going to cross the legs the other way, if you've got the legs crossed. Just to balance it out, and again bring the palms together at the heart. Interlace the fingers, this time with the opposite thumb on top. It'll probably feel a little bit wonky and a bit weird. Press the palms forwards again, reaching forwards with it. Take those hands up to the sky. Nice. Breathing here, open up. Another breath in. As you exhale, release, take a big stretch out. and bring the hands down. Pick up the right hand, reach up to the sky, inhale. And then exhale, bring it over into a side bend. So bend this left elbow, let the shoulder relax down. And think about reaching your chest, your heart up to the sky. So pull this right thumb back a little bit. Give yourself more space as you open up the shoulder. Breathe here. Try and keep this right arm straight, and with each breath, see if you can reach away a little bit further, lengthening the right side of the body. But keep a bit of weight in the right thigh so it's not lifting up like that. One more breath here. Then slowly reach back up. Inhale to lift back to center. And then exhale, place that right hand down. We'll go to the other side. Pick up the left hand. Inhale, reaching up to the sky. And then exhale, moving into your side bend. So again, bend this right elbow. Let the hand come out. Give yourself plenty of space. Then reach your chest up towards the sky. Open up through the shoulder. Again, reaching away with the left fingertips with each breath. Keeping the left thigh nice and heavy. One more breath, feeling the side of the body open up. Then reach up high, inhale, lifting to center. And exhale, bring the arm down. Nice. We're going to bring the legs out in front now. I'll come side on. So stretch the legs out, just point and flex the feet a couple of times, wiggle the toes. And then with a little bit of space between the knees, you're going to bring the feet up. So a bit of space between the feet, a bit of space between the knees. Then lean back onto your hands, pointing the fingertips towards the end of the mat. So we're stretching out the wrists here. Try and make sure that the hands are in line behind the back. So I like to bring the thumbs together and then separate the hands from there so I know that they're in line. Pull the shoulders back and start to puff out the chest. So we want to feel this stretch through the chest, but also into the wrists. Keep a little bend in those elbows as well. Lift the chest, breathe. If your wrists are really not good here, then just take it a little bit more gentle, bend the elbows a little bit more, or you can turn the hands around to a version that feels more comfortable. But it's not going to stretch the chest or the shoulders quite as much. Keep breathing. Then there's the option, if you're quite strong in the wrists and if you're comfortable there, to lift the hips, coming into this reverse tabletop position. Reaching the knees away, lifting the hips and squeezing through the glutes. Still lifting the chest as well. We're going to go for 3 more breaths, either here or back down where you started. And slowly lowering down. You lean forwards, bring the hands out in front and just point the fingertips down as you reach the wrists away, counteracting that stretch. Let the arms just rest over the legs, let go of the head. And then rolling up the spine again. We're going to cross the ankles and come through to tabletop position. If that little rocking forwards transition doesn't work for you, that's fine. Just come through to tabletop position any way that works. Once you're there, place the palms under the shoulders, knees under the hips so you've got some space between the knees. Let the belly sink down, lift the chest, look forwards. Take a long breath in. And then exhale, round the back, tuck the chin to the chest. Inhale, lower the belly, lift the head, look forwards. Exhale, round the back, tuck the chin to the chest. Once more. back to a neutral spine. We're going to open up into a supported version of side plank. So take the right foot, listen carefully, right foot goes to the outer edge of the mat, so you pivot around on that right knee, reach the left foot to the end of the mat, leaning onto the right hand, make sure it's stacked directly under the shoulder, and then reach the left hand up to the sky. Nice, point back with those left toes, and as you look down to the ground, see if you can get the hand, knee, and toes all in one straight line. Reaching up with this hand, and then we're going to bring that arm up and over with the palm facing down. Similar shape to the side bend that we just did. Again, lifting and opening the chest. Reach back with the toes, reach forwards with the fingertips. There's the option here to lift up that foot and find a little balance. Also, another option, a little more advanced, is to bend that knee, reach back with the hand and grab hold of the foot, lifting that knee, lifting the chest. Don't worry if that's not happening, stay as you are. Go for one more breath, whichever version you're in. And then make your way back to tabletop position. So bring that foot back down, bring the hand down, come back onto both knees. Nice, we'll take that to the other side. So get everything into alignment to begin. Take the left foot out, pivot on that left knee, reach the right toes to the back of the mat. Check that everything is in a nice straight line and that the left wrist is directly under the shoulder. Then open up, reach the right hand up to the sky to start with. Find your breath. Make sure you're really lifting up out of this left shoulder. Sometimes when we come into shapes like this, it's easy to collapse down into that arm. So reach up high, lift. And then bring this hand up and over with the palm facing down. Lift your chest towards the sky. Again, we have the options to advance this slightly, but don't feel that you have to. First option is to lift that leg and find a little balance. Second option is to bend that knee, grabbing hold of the back foot, and then pressing that foot into the hand, lifting the chest, reaching the knee away. 2 more breaths, whichever version you're in. Then nice and slowly, with control, begin to make your way back to tabletop position. Nice, bring the big toes together, take the knees a little wider, sit back towards the heels, and let the forehead come down to the mat for child's pose. If your forehead doesn't comfortably come all the way down, you can just place palms on top of each other and rest the head on top. Or you can bring your hands into fists. Or of course, if you have a yoga block, you can use that. Notice if you've got any tension around the muscles of the face, if you're clenching the jaw, for example. Try and soften. And lift your gaze, look forwards. Slowly bring yourself back up to tabletop position, bringing the knees back under the hips. Make sure you're up at the top of the mat. We'll start to wake up the core and prepare for some sun salutations. So press down into the palms and start to pull up from the lower belly. Now keep this strength throughout the upper body, keep pressing firmly into the palms. And slide the right leg back, tuck the toes under, press back with the heel, preparing for plank pose. Find your breath, keep pushing into the palms. Bring that knee down and swap over, take the left foot back, reach back with the heel. Draw up from the lower belly, lift up between the shoulders. Bring that knee down. Take the right foot back, press back with the heel, press firmly into the palms, and this time bring the left leg up as well into a full plank pose. Just 3 breaths here. You've got it. Keep pressing down into the palms, press back with the heels. Then gently release the knees, tuck the toes, and just walk the hands in. Sit back towards the heels with the toes tucked under. Just roll the wrists for a moment. Okay, then coming forwards again, place the palms down, shoulder width apart. And with the toes still tucked, we'll lift the hips up high, coming to downward facing dog. Take a moment here to pedal the feet, to shake out the head. Make sure there's a nice long line from the hands up to the tailbone, so the spine is long. Keep a bend in the knees as much as you need to, reaching the chest back towards the thighs. And then you might start to reach the heels down if that's within reach. And try lifting up onto the tips of the toes, lifting the hips up. Take a breath in. Exhale, sink the heels down. Again, lift to the tips of the toes, inhale. Exhale, sink the heels down. Once more, inhale, lifting. Exhale, lowering. Then bend the knees, look forwards, and gently walk the feet up to the front of the mat. Bring the feet hip distance apart, bend the knees, let the belly rest on the thighs, and let the arms hang down. Release the head, gently shaking the head left to right as if you're saying no. And then nodding the head as if you're saying yes. One big breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Then press firmly into the feet, keep this bend in the knees, and slowly roll up the spine. So the head is the last thing to lift. As the head comes up, just roll the shoulders back. Have a little shake out if you need to shake anything out. And we'll prepare for Surya Namaskar, sun salutations. So moving in more of a flowing sequence now to get the body nice and warm. Begin in Tadasana, mountain pose. So feet hip distance apart, palms turn to face forwards, we lift the chest. Reach the arms out wide, inhale, bringing the palms together overhead. And then exhale, soften the knees, forward fold. Inhale as you lift up halfway, slide the hands up to the shins, pull the belly button in towards the spine, find a flat back position. And then exhale as you soften back down, bending the knees. Bring the fingertips to the mat, big step back with the right foot. Lift your gaze, look forwards. Take a breath in. And then exhale, step through to plank pose. Same alignment as before, press back with the heels, press down into the palms. Take a breath in. As you exhale, lower the knees and then bend at the elbows and very slowly release to the ground. With as much control as you can manage. Toes point back. We inhale to lift the chest to cobra. Exhale to release. Tuck the toes, coming back up to downward facing dog. Press into the palms, you can come up through the knees and then send the hips up high. 3 breaths here. Then leading with the right foot, we'll step back up to the front of the mat. If you can, go for 1 big step and then bring the left foot in. If not, lots of little steps is fine. Keep a little softness in the knees and then reach the arms forwards. Inhale, lifting, and palms together overhead. Exhale, forward fold. We'll go to the other side. Inhale, halfway lift. Lift up from your center, from your core. And exhale to lower. Step the left foot back. Inhale, lift the chest, look forwards. Exhale, step through to plank. 1 breath in, press into the palms. Exhale, lower the knees. Slowly lowering, bending the elbows. Inhale, lift the chest, cobra pose. Exhale to lower. Back up to downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. Then step up with the left foot, come back to your forward fold. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead, palms come together. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to lower. Step the right foot back. This time lower the knee down onto the mat. Place the right hand down on the ground and reach the left hand up, open into a twist. Breathing here, try and keep this left knee stacked over the heel. Another breath in. And then exhale, bring that hand down, step through to plank. Inhale. Exhale, lowering to the belly, maybe not dropping the knees this time. Bend at the elbows, nice slow lower. Toes point back, inhale to cobra. Exhale to release. Lifting to downward facing dog. Find your breath. This time lift the right leg for 3-legged dog. Open up through that right hip, bend the knee. Reaching the knee up to the sky. Then big step forwards with that right foot. And come up to your forward fold. Inhale, reach the arms up high. Exhale, forward fold. Moving to the other side. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, lower. Step the left foot back. Lower that back knee. Place the left palm onto the mat. And reach the right hand up to the sky. Lift your chest. Find your breath. Bring that hand down, step through to plank. Inhale. Exhale, slow lower to the ground. Bend the elbows. Point the toes back. Inhale, cobra, Bhujangasana. Exhale, release. Back up to downward facing dog. This time lift the left leg, 3-legged dog. Open up that hip, bend the knee. Reach the knee up high. Then step that left foot forwards and bring the right foot up. Inhale, reach the arms up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold, one final round. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to lower. Step the right foot back. This time you can drop the knee as we did before, or you can keep it lifted. Right hand to the mat, left hand reaches up. On an exhale, bring that hand down, step through to plank. Now you can lower as we've done before, or you can go with chaturanga this time. So shifting the weight forwards onto the tips of the toes, going past the wrists, bend the elbows, lowering halfway, reach the chest forwards and lift to upward facing dog. Pressing, pointing the toes back and pressing down into the fronts of the feet. Either this or cobra, and then make your way back to downward facing dog. Lift the right leg, 3-legged dog, bend that knee, open up the hip, just one breath in. Exhale as you step that right foot forwards, come up to the front of the mat. Inhale, reach the arms up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to lower. Step the left foot back. Again, you can drop the knee or keep it lifted. Place the left hand down, reach the right arm up. One more breath in. And then exhale, bring that hand down, step through to plank. Either lowering down and coming to cobra or taking chaturanga. So reaching forwards with the chest, coming onto the tips of the toes, bending the elbows, lowering halfway, and then reaching the chest forwards and lifting for upward facing dog. Take a breath in. Coming back through to downward facing dog, and we'll all meet there, whether you've done chaturanga and upward facing dog, or whether you lowered and moved into cobra. Last bit, we're going to lift up the left leg, three-legged dog, bend that knee, open out the hip. Inhale. Exhale, step up to the front of the mat. Bring the right foot in, forward fold. Inhale, reach the arms up to the sky. And this time as you exhale, just bring the palms together in front of the heart. Close the eyes, pause, don't shuffle. Release the breath through the mouth, if that's what you need. Let the shoulders relax. Let the breath settle. Take a moment of stillness. Feel this rush of energy around the body. Take one final big breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. We'll close with the word Namaste, which means the light and the life within me bows to the light and the life within you. Thank you for joining me on the mat today. Namaste. Have a wonderful rest of the day. If you enjoyed this video, remember to click the little thumbs up icon. And if you haven't already, subscribe for new videos every week. Thanks. Hope to see you soon.